Agile Data Solutions is democratizing market intelligence by leveraging the power of the crowd through the app Hassle PH. Agile Data Solutions is the most flexible, scalable, and cost-effective solution for market insights gathering for multinational companies, startups, and SMEs. Jason Gaguan is founder at Agile Data Solutions. So hello, Jason. Welcome to Startup Podcast. We're very happy to have you.
Hello, good afternoon ba? Good evening. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, I'm very excited. Actually, si Agile Data Solutions, siya ang mother company ni Hassle PH na actually napaka-exciting din. So, hopefully later mas mapag-usapan natin ayan ano. Pero, ang first question, Jason. So, ano nga ba ang Agile Data Solutions?
Agile Data Solutions is a market insights company. So, market insights, market research company. Para kaming, kasi sa Philippines, may dalawa lang na big players, like 90% of the market share. It's like Nielsen and Kantar. No? So, yun yung, at its core, parehas kami, yung mga services namin is the same. Yan. Ang pinaka-difference is yung results na binibigay namin and kung gaano siya kabilis. Kasi the results that we give are done a lot fast, are more accurate and more targeted kasi we leverage the technology. Yun nga, yung Hustle PH app na sinasabi mo. No? We use that to gather data and then also we have a technology na yung technology namin is based din sa pagka-architecture nung buong database namin kasi millions of data points yan, di ba? So to be able to organize it quickly. So yun yung ginagawa namin. And right now, we serve FMCGs, telco. Actually, hindi naman ganun karami. We just have 20 loyal clients right now. Paulit-ulit lang sila. So FMCG, telco, mga AI, yan. So those are the companies that we serve.
Yeah, this is actually a very interesting conversation. So, you've mentioned market intelligence. So, bago natin puntahan, as you've said, parang ang edge nyo maybe is yung accuracy ng results at saka yung speed of delivering these results. Pero, pag-usapan muna natin ang market intelligence or market insights. Kasi, correct me if I'm wrong, pero sometimes parang nadidisregard ito ng mga ibang startups, ng mga ibang SMEs, yung kahalagahan na may knowledge tayo tungkol sa market na gusto natin pasukin. So, doon muna ang aking unang tanong, gaano nga ba kahalaga ang market intelligence? And maybe parang you can differentiate by ano ang magiging benefit, ano ang magiging advantage, or parang ano pinagkaiba ng isang SME or startup or multinational company na nag-spend ng resources to get market intelligence sa dun sa hindi, kumbaga.
Oh, sige. I think ikwento ko muna kung ano yung mga results or what are the things that we can get from market insights, right? So yung pinaka-basic na market insight is market share and then market sizing. Diba? Yan yung unang tanong palagi kahit kung startup ka na magpipitch, gaano kalaki yung market? Diba? Magtatayo na startup, how big is the market? So those are examples of yung pinaka-basic na binibigay ng market insights, diba? Or market share. Kung meron kang kalaban, anong market share ng kalaban mo? Ilan ka na ngayon? Diba? So those are the first two things. Outside of that, pupunta na tayo sa trade and consumer insights. Dalawang magkahati yun. So yung consumer insights, ito yung sino yung pag tinatanong sa'yo, diba? Sino ba yung target market mo? Diba? What are their characteristics? What are their buying behaviors? Yun yung binibigay doon on the consumer insight level naman. No? Ano yung demographics nila? Saan sila nakatira? Ilang taon sila? O ito yung mga sinasagot noon. On the trade insights naman, ano naman yun? Sa distribution level. So, maraming types yan, di ba? Kunwari kung FMCG, like yung mga Unilever nagbebenta ng shampoo sa mga sari-sari stores. So, importante sa kanilang malaman yung distribution nila. Kasi, for example, ang importante kasi you are available in all channels, right? Or at least in the most sari-sari stores possible. So may mga team kasi na gumagawa niyan. And to check that, we give them distribution insight. So sa ganitong barangay, yung shampoo X is 90% distributed, ganyan, sa sari-sari stores. Tapos, iba't iba meron ding trade insights, for example, sa supermarket. Ano yung itsura nung saan siya nakalagay sa supermarket? Nailagay ba sa tamang shelf? Ganyan. Then after placement and distribution pricing naman, yung pagka-presyo mo ba ay competitive sa kalaban? Or kunwari, startup ka nang nagbebenta ng sabon, for example, and nag-start kang magbenta sa mga groceries, for example. So, gusto mong ma-check if paglilipat na ba yung, di ba may SRP ka? Normally na susunod yung SRP. So, for some instances, hindi na susunod yung SRP. So it's very important na ma-check yung price. So those are the types of market insights. And another, well, sige, yun naman.
Yeah, actually, I'm an industrial engineering, and this is actually very, very exciting for me kasi in IE we have feasibility study. I mean, or alam natin lahat yan, feasibility, lalo sa when you're launching or when you're entering a new market. Meron tayong market, meron tayong technical, meron tayong financial, meron tayong social. Pero I think yung market intelligence, napakalaking bagay nito kasi ito yung tao ito yung consumers, ito yung kumbaga magsusustain, kumbaga magbabayad ng serbisyo or ng bibili ng produkto ninyo. So mahalaga na when you're trying to launch a business or you're penetrating a new market, alam mo muna yung papasukin mo bago ka pumasok. Parang ganun siya, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero you mentioned na meron kayong loyal client base. What are these industries? And parang can you give parang concrete lang? Maybe no need to say who they are pero parang concrete example ng what kind of market intelligence do you get for them, kumbaga para lang mas ma-appreciate ng mga nakikinig.
Yeah. Hindi, okay lang. Nasa deck din naman namin yung mga pangalan nila. Pinayagan naman kami. So, ang pinaka-loyal namin na, ever since nag-start kami, binigyan kami ng chance. Unilever. So,
Wow.
Unilever is one of our most loyal clients. And then, so yun sa FMCG. Tapos, meron kaming JTI, Japan Tobacco. Globe Telecom. Ano pa ba? GCash.
Wow.
Sino pa ba mga kliyente namin? Sorry. Ano tawag dito? Kalimutan ko. Chain siya ng mga ng mga milk tea. I forgot.
Milk
Tapos,
marami yan.
Paymaya. Paymaya. Mga bangko. Allianz Bank. Ano ba yun? Yun, mga bangko. Tapos sa mga tech companies naman, may mga startups from Kaya, yung venture capital na Kaya, yan. Tapos nagbibigay sila sa amin kung may gusto silang i-check, kung may gusto sila i-start na okay sa market. And also AI firms. So hindi ko pwedeng sabihin lahat, pero yung pumayag is si Element AI. So we also provide them, well, ito kasi hindi consumer insights. Pero dahil may platform na kami to give tasks to people, so we use that platform to be able to generate human knowledge from people na ginagather ng AI models to study.
Yeah. First of all, gusto ko sabihin, actually, it's very amazing na you have this big clients. I mean, Unilever, I mean...
Ako rin eh. Ako rin.
Pero,
hindi.
ayan,
Do you want to know the story behind it?
Yeah, yun yung gusto tanongin. So,
yeah,
bilang isang startup or like bilang isang, di ba, I mean, relatively not that huge compared to those na parang
we are not
na sa
huge
industry, di ba? So, paano nyo nakuha itong mga kliyenteng ito?
Okay, so, two layers siya, no? So, one is luck, and then one also is, well, kasi of the network built through the years, no? So, let's start with the boring part, yung network built through the years. Ano kasi ako I've been to different FMCGs, to telco companies. Sa buong career ko matanda na ako. So, I've been to these different companies, and then yung mga yan kasi you work in the same circles. So, nagkaroon kami ng because these people I've worked with through the years, I've been working in different corporations, in different companies, and also in starting even some startups, no? Like Mr. Speedy, for example. So, itong mga to, so pero yun first in lang. So, alam mo lang kung sino yung email mo, alam mo lang kung sino message mo sa LinkedIn, gano'n.
No, pero, that's a big thing,
yeah, also. Pero yung yung pinaka-swerte talaga is during the bad to say, hindi swerte yung pandemic, pero we were able to to be fortunate enough during the pandemic that we were able to take advantage of the situation in the market research industry. So at that time, kasi dito kasi sa Philippines, as I told you, diba, dalawa lang yung players. There are just two players, 95% market share. And surprisingly, and I don't know, no, hindi ko masyado alam kung bakit. For the past 5 decades, they didn't really innovate. So if you would be surprised that that market research in the Philippines is still mostly done pen and paper, house to house. So imagine how can you do that during the pandemic, right? So during the lockdowns, no, their data became very spotty. So there were a lot of gaps in their data. And then, pero at that time we were emailing them na always. Pero when that opportunity came, then they said, okay, this guy's emailing us, messaging us, texting us. Yeah, let's just give them a chance. So we had our first break with Unilever at that time. And given also that, we are a lot cheaper, a lot faster. And then yung mga weird studies, for example, like they want to understand the consumer behavior of women with wavy shoulder length hair that is colored purple. Yung mga ganong stuff, diba? You can't do that in the old school manner. You would not have a big base. So a base that you could do quantitative analysis. So anyway, so yun, nagkataon, and then we were given opportunities at that time. Tapos when they tried us, well, of course, in the beginning, it's not really that perfect, but I don't know. Probably, they were really nice, no. So they gave we learned through the process. We learned with them, grew with them, and then, well, they just stuck. Tapos nagkwento-kwento na lang. They told other friends and stuff like that.
I'm very speechless. Actually, ang galing, ang galing. First of all, actually the pandemic, maraming hindi ko akalain kasi nung pandemic, dami natin na-discover na mas mabuti palang gawin na online. Pero hindi ko akalain na market research ay isa sa mga yun. Kasi I mean, market research, kung isipin mo parang na siyang it's an advanced way, pero who knew, 'di ba, na very traditional pala actually yung paggawa ng ganun actually it's a very big player, and you actually innovated it. So, ito ngayon yung gusto kong tanungin. I mean, the innovation. So, Unilever ang isa sa mga unang nag-adapt ito. Pero, paano nyo na-keep si Unilever? I mean, of course, kung pangit naman yung results nyo, hindi mo yan makikip. Pero na-keep nyo siya, di ba? So, can you share about first the innovation, yung accuracy and yung speed, and then how did you kumbaga hold this client base?
Okay. So the way we do it, kasi we have an app, right? So this app, okay, ano siya interesting din na kwento. Probably baka ma-sidestep ko. But the thing was, we released the app first. No? Yung app namin kasi parang, it just asks people questions. Kunwari lang, take a photo of the shampoo that you use at home. Ganyan. And then, so these are the things na pinapagawa namin. No? What's your favorite, what they call this? So how long do you watch TV? Or for example, magpapatas kami na 8 p.m. Take a photo of what you're watching right now. Things like this. No? So yun yung mga tasks kasi. So on the data accuracy end, it is accurate kasi we check and balances, like picture checking, we have GPS tagging to check, and also chine-check namin yung behavior. For example, you answered it in a very quick time, or i-check namin from the last surveys that you've answered kung consistent. Magsisingit kami ng isang question na para lang ma-check kung consistent yung sagot mo. So, and then, well, ito na kasi sa mga later stage na, we've partnered with different e-wallets and integrated with their KYC. So that also helped us na ensure na totoong tao yan at siya talaga yun. So yun siya. And also our base is much, much higher. The computation that we use, I forgot how they call it, pero ang computation kasi, well, you know this more probably than I do, but the computation is the multiplier of the square root of the multiplier of the base.
Yes naman yan.
Parang ganun. Hindi. Hindi, kasi ang normal kasi na sample size, diba, is 100, 150. Yeah. We do thousands, and alam mo yun, so it really helps also on that level. And the speed kasi rin, then we get the data immediately kasi online naman siya. So papasok lang sa amin. Yung paglaki ng base, that was also locked. So when we started, we were trying to do some, Facebook ads, things like this. But we have very little budget. We're just testing it, like $1,000, 1,000 pesos, 2,000 pesos. But there was this person in YouTube who shared us. Hindi namin siya binayaran, hindi namin alam. Napansin lang namin nagsa-spike yung downloads namin, tsaka registration. Tapos, sinearch namin. Oo, and there was this blogger, ang pangalan niya babae siya. I forgot, no? Pero, Jen's blog, something. So nung pandemic, she was doing vlogs on how to earn money during at home.
Galing.
So shinare niya, and then boom, suddenly nag-spike. Umabot kami in a week, umabot kami ng parang 15,000 registrations without
Wow.
any cost to us. Oo nga eh. Parang wow, cool. Tapos nagtuloy-tuloy na kasi nagsasabi sa kaibigan, ganyan. And also, ang isa rin namin pinang-start kasi I started Mr. Speedy sa Philippines noong 2017. So, yung mga riders din, ginawa na, uy, sali ka dito sa sali sa hustle, nasa app nila, blah, blah, blah. So, yun yung kwento. That's why the base is big and we're able to make the data more accurate. On answering naman na kung bakit sila nagstay. So, I think one of the good things also is hindi naman kami agad na ulanan ng kliyente. No? So, we started with Unilever. No? So, one client.
Focus, yeah.
Actually, we started with other projects muna with other clients than before. Pero it is really pro bono. Parang, try it out, it's free, blah, blah, blah. And then, with Unilever, we just clicked because, well, yung buong buhay namin, binigay namin. So every time may project sila, wow, all hands, no? Lahat tayo titigil yung mundo natin. And then we were also very open to suggestions to them, no? So we tried to tailor fit to what they really wanna see and wanna hear. And it's also good na nanggaling din ako doon. So I also know what they wanna see sa presentations and things like this. So I think yun din. Yung ginawa ko ninong sa kasal yung isang boss. Joke lang.
Wait, I want to ask more about yung sa earning part. Pero bago yun, may gusto kong mas diinan eh. You mentioned before yung like before pen and paper and now you have this parang online way. Later gusto kong actually tanungin like paano nga ba kumikita exactly. Pero yung muna, yung accuracy and yung parang, I mean, in surveys, I think meron namang mga hindi sasagot ng maayos, di ba? Pero parang, lang yung parang comparison really no old way in terms of accuracy. Yung speed and yung immensity, I think, obviously, mas madali sa online. Parang, crowdsourcing, di ba? Pero, like, in the accuracy, the real accuracy and yun, can you parang dig deeper lang dun sa petong yun?
Yes, the solution na ginawa namin dyan, hinati namin into 3 parts. So first is, are you human? Yun. Are you human?
Okay,
yun yung una eh.
Yeah.
Are you human? Second is, are you honest with your answers? Third is, are we developing a level of trust? So yun yung three layers namin na pag-solve dyan. So the first layer of are you human? Before partnering with e-wallets, kasi ngayon, madali na lang because after partnering with them and integrating in their system, KYC is, di ba? Kasi their KYC ngayon is sobrang strict na di ba? But before that, we did also KYC within the journey of the person. So what we did was, sa simula, of course, what they call this? Konti lang tanong namin para yung fall off mo sa registration mataas. Kasi pag sobrang haba ng registration mo, mag-fall off yan eh. So we spend some money na, for example, kukunin lang namin yung basic information and we spend like 5 pesos. May 5 peso task, upload an ID. And then another 5 peso task, upload what they call a picture of your house, a picture of your bed. Tapos yung mga ganyan. Tapos, diba, alam namin yung address nila, diba? So sabihin namin, okay, tag your location right now if you're at home. Si Babangga yun. So, yun yung are you human? So, that's the first one. Yung second naman is, I think ito yung mas relevant for you na gusto mong malaman is, are you honest with your answers? So, yung pagkagawa dyan is more on the structuring of the mission. So, for example lang, if you would want to know market share ng shampoo, we do not only ask anong gamit ng shampoo. Ang gagawin namin is take a photo of the shampoo at home. Ano bang gamit mo dyan? No? Tapos ita-type nila yung pangalan. So, yun. May mga checks and balances.
Parang bring me lang no?
Actually, it's very simple. Hindi naman siya hindi siya rocket science. So, for example, sari-sari stores availability. Hindi lang siya checklist, no? Take a photo of this SKU kung available dyan. Take a photo of this. And then, yun yung pang-counter check namin. And then also, pagdating naman dun sa third question, yung third question is, are we developing relation trust? Sorry, nakalimutan ko. Nasa board namin yan sa maliit naming office. So yung third na yon, meron trust score yung bawat hustlers. So depende sa kung marami na siyang nagawang task, kung maganda
Wow.
yung quality ng task niya.
Ah,
Tapos based on the trust score, ganun yung dami ng task na makukuha niya. So,
hmm.
hindi naman namin kasi binubuksan all tasks to everyone kasi medyo mahal siya di ba? Kung yung buong 200,000 base namin sinagot, kahit 5 pesos lang yan, that's already 1,000,000 pesos in rewards. So, yun, depende rin doon. And also yung complexity, nandun din siya, nakadepende rin doon sa trust score. So, yung mga hustlers ngayon are really working hard kasi meron kami tinatawag na Hustler Pro. So, they are working hard na talagang mataas yung score nila. So, when you're a Hustler Pro, you get the task na 200 pesos, $150,
Wow.
yung mga ganun. So, yun. That
I'm,
is how we try to maintain it.
I'm actually mind blown. I mean, I don't want to say
Simple lang eh, no?
simple. Simple lang siya. I mean, to be honest, parang ang simple nung how you explain it. Pero ang galing actually. First of all, yung three layers, yung human, yung truth, yung trust. Nako-cover siya creatively nung mga questions na, I mean, you don't directly answer are you human, di ba? Pero kumbaga, na-transform na yung question into something na ma-motivate, kumbaga, yung hustler na gawin yung task. Now, ito yung
Siyempre ngayon, elegant na eh, pagkakwento ko. Pero when we were thinking about that, hindi, diba, mahaba.
but I think that's very magical. Now yung Hustler naman. So ano ang itsura nung Hustle PH app for them ng platform? I'm interested kasi first of all, kumbaga na word of mouth ito, not just in the client side but in the vlogger side, 'di ba? Ang bilis kumbaga kumalat kasi I think it speaks na ang ganda ng model ng Hustle PH kasi hindi naman yan kakalat ng ganun kabilis kung pangit yung model in the first place. So, yeah, can you share lang yung like for a hustler, if I'm a hustler, anong gagawin ko, anong makikita ko, and kumbaga what's everything you need?
Okay. Sige. So, sa what you call this? Meron kaming app. Nag-start kami sa app actually. Pero ang hirap i-maintain ng app. So, tapos it was the height of the pandemic. Ang mahal ng ng programmers nun. So, we moved to a web app. So, Hustle PH na web app. Pero ngayon, naglabas ulit kami na app sa Android. Tapos maglalabas kami sa iPhone, sa Play Store, App Store. Ang itsura niya is very simple lang. Pagpasok mo, meron lang mga task. Wait, papakita ko
Yung,
sa akin.
yung tasks na yun available sa lahat or parang depende rin sa'yo?
Hindi,
Depende sa
depende
task.
sa trust score mo, depende kung
Okay,
saan ka nakatira.
okay.
For example, ewan
Nakikita
ko,
ba
hindi
yung
nakikita eh. Hindi ata nakikita yan.
nakikita lang yung
Wait,
ilaw tsaka
bababa. Kaya nga, bababa. Yan. So,
ayan, medyo kita,
yan.
ayan.
Yan.
Mhm.
Yan, kung nakikita mo yan, makikita mo, online shopping, 10
Sige.
pesos. Eh, ganyan lang.
Okay,
2
get.
pesos nga lang, 2 pesos. Hustle shampoo, 25 pesos. So, yan yung mga pangalan ng mga task na pwede kong gawin. Tapos, pag pinindot ko yan, so, lalabas lang. Parang, take a photo of your, take a selfie. Parang, ganun lang.
An-
Tapos, papadala namin sa kanila sa GCash.
ano
Sa,
pinakamahal na task?
yung mga sari-sari store check.
Hmm.
So, kasi medyo mahirap yun kasi lalabas ka ng bahay or something. Yung iba sinasadya talaga. May mga tao na nagmomotor na iniikot nila yung barangay.
Masaya actually, ang
Kasi,
saya niya actually. Parang siyang real life RPG na kumikita ka. Real life game na
oh,
kumikita ka.
oh. Yun nga, natuwa sila 150 pesos kasi per sari-sari store. So, nagre-range siya actually 80 to 150. Yung prices kasi umaangat yan pag walang gumagawa.
Wow,
So,
galing.
hindi, syempre, para mas matapos, di ba? So,
Ah,
pero kung so, ganun siya, 80 to 150 per sari-sari store, ganyan.
pero ang hustler, meron ba kayong idea like kung magkano kinikita ng isang hustler? I mean, on
Mm.
average. Baka mamaya, yun yung main
Yeah.
nagkakitaan niya.
Hindi. Well, of course, may extremes, no? Pero ang average namin is 1,000 pesos ang per month,
Oh, wow. Uy, okay na rin.
Pero ang range talaga ng average sa mode niya mga 800 to 1,500 yan. Tapos pero dun sa dulo yung mga hustler pros, yan yung mga malalaki, mga 16,000, 25,000. Ano na rin talaga, parang monthly salary na rin. So, yun din ang ginagawa nila. Pero it doesn't take much time. So, yun. kadalasan yung mga nagde-deliver, yung mga
Yun nga eh.
nag-Grab or
Pwede nga
nag-Mr.
isabay eh.
Speedy,
Oh, actually.
sinasabay na
Yung
nila.
mga
So,
Uber,
yun.
ay, mga Grab driver, no? Pwede isabayan.
Angkas, mga ganyan.
Angkas lalo na.
No, yeah. Sinasabay na nila.
Grabe, I mean, sobrang galing. I have not, I mean, ang galing actually. Yun lang masasabi ko. Pero ang gusto kong tanungin din, nung ginawa nyo ito nung pandemic, ganito na ba yung, first of all, I want to ask like the motivation when you started a market intelligence company. Like, nasa utak mo na ba na gusto nyo i-disrupt, kumbaga, yung the way how it's being delivered, or kumbaga, this is just like an innovation. And lalo na yung gamification, parang naging plano nyo na ba to noon pa lang, or was it something lang na nag-evolve along the way?
Halo-halo siya eh. So, of course, it is more nuanced na isa lang yung dahilan, di ba? So, parang halo-halo. But I think the spark that started this is may ganito sa Australia. So, there's a company like this in Australia, pero hindi siya market insight. Ano lang siya, for example, uh, it's tasks na para ayusin mo yung mga SKU sa grocery.
I guess, okay.
So, doon sa mga shelf, kunwari, ayusin mo yung mga ano doon kasi pag nagugulo, wala silang merchandiser, di ba? So, well, actually, hindi ko alam, pero yun lang nabasa ko. Walang merchandisers doon. So, parang yung doon sa ano app nila, they take a photo na inayos nila yung mga SKUs and then they will reward. So, from there, naisip namin, okay, marami tayo niyan dito. So,
Actually, sobrang
why
dami
not
natin,
do it?
sobrang dami yan dito.
And then with my experience then on starting platforms, so okay, sige, mukhang alam ko kung paano gawin yan. Tapos, isa pa nun kasi, sorry, halo-halo kasi siya eh. Another thing din doon, may lumabas na ano, yun yung parang peak din na sobra yung sa Facebook, against sa Facebook because of yung data mining, something. Na, I really forgot, tapos may lumabas pa nga na isang app, di ba, na talagang hindi nagde-data mine and stuff. So, yun, naisip namin, alam mo, kinukuha yung data for free. Binibigay ng tao yung data nila for free. So, I think it's not gonna be a difficult resource if you pay for it. Diba? So, we said, okay, mas lalo na tayo, babayaran natin, which naswertehan kami, mukhang okay naman sa tao na ibenta yung data nila for us. So,
actually, ang kinaganda ng model ninyo, actually, parang ito yung nagpapakatotoo na kayang pagkakitaan ng tao ang kanyang data. I mean, at saka directly, di ba? Is it right ba na pagkagawa niya ng task, diretso yung pera, tama ba? Diretso yung pera sa kanyang
i-check muna. So may checking muna
okay.
kung yung pinasok niya is tamang walang fraud and everything. Normally, actually yan yung inaayos namin process kasi i-check naman namin kagad. 1 to 2 days na check na yan. Ang problema lang, medyo natatagalan kami sa pag-disburse ng pera. Ang average namin actually is weekly. Pero alam na rin naman, nasanay na yung mga hustlers namin, but we are really trying to lower it as much. Medyo mahal lang kasi yung rates ng automation, but we are trying to lower it as much para, alam mo, makuha nila at least instantly at best. Kasi gusto namin masaya sila eh.
Yeah. I'm going back dun sa ano, I'm very curious din kasi dun sa may, kumbaga, for example, Unilever or kahit sinong client ninyo. First, yung market research ba, para ba siyang project-based or is it tuloy-tuloy along, I mean, kumbaga, tuloy-tuloy yung questions or may bago i-launch. So, merong set of market research, may set of missions and tasks. And yung pag-formulate ba ng mga tasks for these hustlers ay ginagawa ninyo partnered with these companies? Parang a few ano lang. No?
Yeah, that's a really nice question. Ang thing about it is may dalawang classes. So there are projects na talagang ang kontrata mo for the whole year. So ito yung distribution reports, for example, yung i-check yung distribution sa mga sari-sari stores, supermarket and everything. That's a whole year kasi tinatrack mo yan. Tapos that's a 1-year contract or even more. Meron din yung brand health. So yung nag-check ng awareness, yung different stages of loving a brand. No, di ba? So, ginagamit yung successful team. Ito naman sa brand team, di ba? Yung BUMO ang tawag nila, di ba? Hanggang umabot yung brand use most often. So, chine-check nila per campaign. So, that is 1 year din yan. 1 year. And then, meron ka naman, kagaya ni sinabi mo, yung mga per project lang. So, kunwari, may ila-launch ako na bagong, actually, hindi siya nag-start sa may ila-launch eh. Maghahanap muna ako ng opportunities on what to launch. No? So, it's either meron silang extrang X na mga chemicals, whatever that they could use, or may murang may murang sangkap for something, anuhin nila yan. Tapos ano yung market na pwedeng i-target. So, ganun. And mostly, that's like 3 weeks, ganyan. Tapos nagkakaroon na lang ng mga sunod-sunod yan. Kasi una is market sizing. After market sizing, i-check nila yung produkto, kung okay ba. Tapos yung third yan is yung communication na. So, ano ba yung best way to communicate this? Anong proposition na pwedeng gamitin? Yung mga ganyan. So, ganun siya nag-work.
Yun actually yung pinaka-magical para sa akin, yung communication side. I mean, it's a process, may formulation. Pero yung kumbaga yung pag-formulate ng question na nako-cover niya yung mga gusto natin tanungin, but at the same time, entertaining and engaging dun sa side nung hustler. Kung pwede mag-backtrack na onte, kasi I'm very curious now. How did you learn all about this? Parang onting background lang. I mean, can you share lang how you learned like market? I mean, ito, yung buong proseso nung how to gather market insights. And can you share about the team lang? I mean, a few.
Yeah, sure. I naswertehan ako kasi pinagdaanan ko kasi lahat eh. I started my career sa market research. So, I spent a year there sa Nielsen. And then, after that, nag-sales ako sa Unilever.
Wow.
So, nakatulong yun. Nakatulong yun sa pag-understand talaga kung ano yung tamang distribution reports and nakilala ko yung ibang mga tao doon. Tapos, market research, nag-sales ako. Tapos, nag-Globe Telecom ako. Naging brand manager ako noon for prepaid. Tapos, napagdaanan ko yung market research, sales, saka marketing.
Actually, yun nga.
Yun. So, medyo dun ko nabuo yung total. Tapos, after nun, nag-tech ako sa, OLX, no? So, medyo nabuo siya. Tapos yun nga, recently, di ba, in-start ko yung Mr. Speedy, na ngayon, Borzo na yung pangalan. So, that all added up to have not really a very not super expert, but at least a generalist perspective of how to do it. Tapos yung execution, syempre, hindi ibang usapan, di ba? Talagang kailangan mo i-research mo talaga lahat. Yung team namin is very interesting kasi halo-halo. One of my co-founders, si Carl Chung, siya naman galing siya sa banking. No? Pero he is a very, very good salesperson. So he could really tell the story about the product and has the will na okay lang sa kanya na kahit tinatanggihan kami palagi. lagi lang siya na ganun. sige ba, I want more rejections. Di ba? Pero yun yung mga secret, I think, namin, yung mga tao magagaling eh. Yung tech guy ko, teacher din siya. Tapos, he's very smart actually. He knows how to solve problems and also, dahil teacher siya, communicate those problems to his team. And, solve it together. So, I think, si Selena naman, siya naman yung marketing ko. Rin siya, master siya sa Ateneo, tapos nag-teacher's assistant din siya. So, siya yung marketing ko. So, kaya magaling siya magsulat ng mga stuff. So, yun. And then, the team is larger than that. Ang dami kong interns na ever since nag-start kami nandun na sila. Tapos ngayon, graduate na sila. So, papasok sila kasi graduation ngayon. So, ngayong May yung first month nila. So, si Jai, and a lot more. So, yun yung kwento ng team. And may makinuha rin ako from my old companies na kasama namin. So, si Francis from Mr. Speedy and all these things. And all some other people. Tapos, I think, nagja-jive lang talaga eh. Kasi pag may problema, tapusin namin. Tapos, magiinom na lang kami after. Biro lang. Pero, yeah. That's the story of the team.
I have another question kasi kumbaga this is story from corporate to a startup. So after getting those skills, bakit mo na-decide gumawa ng sariling startup? I mean, why not corporate all the way? I mean, why have your own? I mean, just to throw it that question.
Yeah. So, ewan ko eh. Corporate is very rewarding. I love it. I love it with all my heart, and it's a very good learning experience. But I think going corporate all throughout, na yun lang yung gagawin ko talaga. Hindi siya pasok sa Parang there's always this one to start something. Alam mo yun? So, yeah, that's, I think that was the motivation. Yeah, because I do not have bad bosses. Hindi naman ako yung tipong, ayoko na magka-boss. It's not really a question na ganun. It was just, oh, there are good ideas out there and it's nice to execute something.
Amazing story actually, Jason. Yeah, last question. So, what are the long-term, what are your plans for Hustle PH and Agile Data Solutions moving forward? Kumbaga, parang meron bang mga dapat abangan ang mga nakikinig, and invite everyone, invite first the hustlers to download the app, basically to try Hustle PH. And invite maybe baka may nakikinig na mga SME owners, startup founders na baka interested then to partner up with you.
Yeah. So our plans really for the next up to the end year and early next year is really to grow the team. So if there are anyone watching, Flutter programmers, Flutter developers, backend developers, we are looking for you guys. And we're getting as much research managers, so people who are coming from the research background or kahit hindi, but are really data geeks. We would love to have you on board. So it's really growing the team. That's number one. Number two also is we are planning to expand to Thailand or Vietnam by Q4 or Q1 next year. So that's also something that we are looking forward to. And yung app namin ngayon nasa Android pa lang. So we're also gonna release our iOS app next quarter. And then also for Q1 next year, so sure na to, matagal na namin ito sinasabi, pero Q1 next year, we're gonna open a platform na for people to be able to get data instantly para ma-open namin. Kasi ngayon medyo skewed yung services namin to bigger companies. So we really want to open it to more companies at a lot cheaper price. Ang problema lang before, the reason we can't really open it is because the quantity of the data is still not that big. Pero medyo marami na kaming naipon. So all this data could be available to startups, SMEs at probably a very low subscription. Or if we could find a way in our books to give it for free, then it is something that we would really do. So yeah, and also invite hustlers. So guys, if you can download the app in Android or go to the web app hustle-ph.com and then register, try our app. Meron kaming mission ngayon na selfie mission, no? So that's fun. You just take selfies, you get $50. So yeah.
Yeah, so maraming salamat sa mga nakikinig. Maybe you're interested to join the team. You're interested to be a hustler, or maybe if you're a startup founder or SME owner, or actually someone from the corporate, maybe you're interested to try. Actually, sobrang innovative ng pamamaraan na ito ng market intelligence. Actually, it's very innovative in all the aspects, like in the accuracy, in the speed, in the cost. So I think it's really something to watch out for. Maraming salamat, Jason, for sharing about Agile Data Solutions.
Thank you very much also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to our 32 patrons. This episode is super powered by TechShake, Asia's most active Philippine-based startup ecosystem builder creating bridges with investors, corporations, and governments. 1 CFO, tech-enabled CFO, bookkeeping, and tax services for startups and SMEs. Take 5 Outdoors, the best guided outdoor adventure tour in the Philippines. They specialize in hiking and mountaineering trips. Benjoy's Food Products, the home of premium bacon ends, tapa, and tocino. D-Buzz, Web3 microblogging app promoting freedom of speech and content ownership. Pinoy IP Works, capture your startup's value proposition through patent and trademark protection. Packetworks, the leading enabler and only Internet of Things social enterprise in the Philippines. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. And NutriCoach, the all-in-one productivity tool for dietitians and nutritionists. This episode is powered by Pareto Consulting, AltSwitch, ePlayment, Tuala, and Hive Energy PH. AskLex PH Academy is our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and many more. Support the podcast through the links in the description.